Hey YouTubers, thanks for checking out the video today. Today's little review is going to be on the Lucky Craft Pointer 100 XD. So as the name implies, 100 meaning 100 millimeters long. If I just quickly grab this, from tail to about its head, you're looking at about 100 mils. If not, that equates to about 4 inches. So let's have a look. There we go. About 4 inches there. Alright, so the price of it is about anything from about 14 to about 17 US dollars on Tackle Warehouse's website. So yeah, let's get straight into it. I've got 3 of them here, guys. This particular color is the original Tennessee Shad color. This is obviously a gold MS color, and I'll explain MS in a moment. And this here is it's my favorite color out of the bunch. It's a real deep, wholesome red in the MS series, which is those scales, but I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. Alright, so this is the packaging here. If I just zoom out for you. Actually, we'll read that first. Pointer 100 XD, suspending, okay, at about 9 to 10 degrees centigrade, or about 48 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. There we go, there's the length there, 100 millimeters at 4 inches, and the weight is 18.5 grams, or 5/8 of an ounce. The depth is around about about 4 meters, or about 13 feet. Okay. Now, next would be, it's got 2 sets of treble hooks. These treble hooks are quite unique to a lot of, compared to a lot of the other baits that I do own, actually. They're very inward-facing trebles. So if I just show you there, they're very, inward-facing, okay? They are very short-shanked as well, which I actually really like. Not so sure about how sort of like inward they're facing, but not a huge fan of that, actually, to be honest with you. Moving into the physical side of the bait, okay, we have a really pronounced large, long, elongated bill there. Okay, that is cupped in the area where you would apply your line. Alright, if you can focus in on that. There we go. Oval split ring. Moving into 3D eyes, raised gill plates, so you can sort of see them there. Raised, obviously 3D. You do have etched scales here. And then these near vertical lines. Alright. With the MS series, Lucky Craft have a certain technology that they put into their MS series. It's a design factor. It is these stuck-on scales here. You can clearly see when you have the bait in your hands that they are clearly like a thing that has been stuck on afterwards. So, you know, whether they stick it on just before the clear coat or not, I'm not sure, but if I actually turn it here on this angle, you'll actually be able to see some of these already starting to rip off. So if I just, there we go, I can actually start to rip those scales off. They're really, it's a really nice, awesome design, but these little stuck-on scales in the MS series, guys, from my experience, they always will fall off, eh? They are holographic design. You might be able to see that there. Alright, and same with this gold color here as well. Holographic with the MS series, with the scales there, and actually in the body itself as well. Alright, this particular color, I'm actually unsure the exact name of it. It does have a orange back, moving into a a gold a foil body that's also holographic, and then those MS scales stuck on there as well, which is in gold and holographic as well. It does have a bleeding gills design, and moving into still keeping that gold color for the bottom there. It does say Pointer XD. Guys, XD does stand for extra deep diving. Here we are. And original Tennessee shad. You've got some coloration here where your first treble is. A bit of a pinkish throat, moving into the bleeding gills. A shad dot, moving into stenciled scales. So black back, black stenciled scales. A very nice white paint job here. It's not very reflective. Okay, in real life, it's more of a maybe some form of a metallic, or it's not heap shiny, but you know, it's a very nice white finish there, moving into that white belly as well. All right, and my favorite color of the lot is black back. If you can see there, you're actually going to be getting etched. It's more actually of a dark gold back with a black etched scales, creating a very dark look. All right, but it's actually more of a dark gold with black etched scales. Moving on to the side, you're going to be getting a red, but obviously covered with the top half with this design here of the stuck-on scales, and then also a red red belly. This is the only bait that I have with where the lip itself, the bill itself, is actually this completely bone colored bill. So I remember when I bought it, the packaging did say bone lip. Now I don't know why Lucky Craft have implied this into or put this into their manufacturing of this particular bait. I do feel that these, obviously these more original regular, so to speak, build designs with the molded plastic is preferable for me anyways. So yeah, on that angle there, you can see it's quite a sharp edge around here, moving into a bit more of a thicker section there. So if I just show you there, it's a bit of a, hopefully you can see that that's quite a sharp angle there. It's flat on top with more angle here, and it's quite a sharp finish around around there, and that's how it sort of looks. I think this section here gives an opportunity for the water to pass through. Obviously they designed these lures in a certain way, hydrodynamically, and they work really well. So extra deep diving. I really did want a rip bait or a jerk bait that I could get quite deep into the water column. I went with 3 different colors here, but my concern was how the action was actually going to be with a deeper diving lure. You know, a lot of times I expect, you know, really great actions from a shallow diving or a medium diving lure, but when they get a little bit deeper, I think, you know, I was a little bit concerned that it's more focused on really getting the lure to deeper depths as opposed to keeping that action. But guys, Lucky Craft have done a phenomenal job with the action of this lure. Even with this extra deep diving version, you're going to be getting great action that's imparted onto these lures once you rip them or jerk them. So yeah, like I said, great lures because, yeah, deep diving, extra deep diving actually, but yet still a form of rip bait that you can sort of work by ripping your rod like that. Okay. All right. Lastly, let's have a look at the sound. It's got quite a deep rattle in there, a little bit more low pitched than it is high pitched. It sounds like a lot of the rattles are more maybe bigger ball bearings as opposed to smaller high pitched ones. I'm loving that sound. It does also have a weight transfer system as well, as you can hear there as I'm moving in different angles there. Alright guys, stick around for the underwater action. I've filmed it in my brother's pool, which it only goes to certain depths, so I do apologize if this lure gets quite deep quite quickly. But yeah, you'll get an opportunity to see what it looks like underneath water, and that action that I was talking about, it still is able to hold that that action real well and trigger fish into, well, hopefully biting on it. Quick summary, great quality, Japanese lure, great materials, great design, great quality. A little bit of a letdown in regards to how well they've stuck that on. This MS series scales, they will peel off on you over time, but yeah, overall finish, guys, really well built bait, and I'm really liking how short those shanks are on these trebles, but I'm not a fan of these inward facing trebles at all. Alright, but yeah, stick around for the underwater action, and yeah, click subscribe and hit like if you like the video, or comment if you have any questions. Thanks guys, catch you around, see you.